Okay, all right. So today what we're going to do is continue working with arithmetic sequences, particularly with the explicit formula. And the way we're going to do it is by just plowing through a bunch of questions. Because one of the things about this topic is that there is a huge variety of different questions they can ask you. So the best way for me to get you ready for those sort of questions is to just show you and go through them because they're not tough, okay? But I want to, show you how they're done. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, like I said in the intro, I could think of no better way to get you ready for the variety of questions that you might see. By the way, just so you know, on the regions, there's only like one or two questions at most on this very topic, on this unit. So, when I plan this, I also got to keep that in mind, not to spend too much time on one question. Okay, so now before we even start, so yesterday I forgot to also conclude what the point was in doing all this. Okay, so let me just get this through to you. All right, should I use a magic pen? Yeah, let's use a magic pen so it won't last. All right, so what was the point of yesterday's lesson again, right? Because I want to emphasize this because I'm constantly, I mean, in particular, really only this topic that I can think of, like where I'm more concerned about being able to get my ideas across to you guys than any, even though it's only one question, which is sort of crazy, okay? Because for all I know, this topic is probably, if I speak to your other math teachers, they think this topic is better reserved for Algebra 2, so, which means when you guys are sophomores or juniors in high school. So, but anyways, so what was the point yesterday, right? If I give you a series of numbers, okay, I won't close the circle because then it'll put a spotlight on. If I give you a sequence of numbers, one, can you tell if it's arithmetic or geometric? That's the first step. Okay, so it's arithmetic. Okay, so how do we find that, right? We can use a table of values, right? And this letter here, X, or the letter N, represents the number of the term, right? And this is the actual numbers. And then afterwards, also, once you get the formula, how do you read it, right? So, for example, this is the first term right here. This is the common difference, right? I'll use the letter CD for it, all right? That's the common difference, okay? Now, at the end of all this then, right, what does it actually mean? Well, it could go something like this, all right? If I were to ask you, hey, what's the 10th term? I'll use a different color. If I were to ask you, hey, what's the 10th term in this sequence? You could very, very easily use this formula and find out. So 4 times 10, right? Minus 2, right? So that's 38. So if I were to ask you, hey, what's the 10th term here? You can tell me that the answer would be 38. Okay, so that's the point. Similarly, right, if we look back at this one with this equation, where was the equation? Right here. Right? This is the first number, the y-intercept, right? So this is the y-intercept, that's the first number. The 6 then is the increment, it's the slope, it's the common difference. You see how I'm using all those words on purpose, right? So I'll see if I can edit it and put like a bubble box in there, okay? So that's what that means. And again, right, with these slightly bigger numbers, if I were to ask you, hey, what's the 100th term? Right? Down all the way down the line. What is the 100th term? You could tell me. You could literally just put this in, right? You could say y equals, or, a's of n, right? Or a of the 100th term, right, is equal to, I'm literally just translating from y to this language, okay? Take 6, right, times the number of the term, which is 100, right? You see how I replace x with 100, right? Plus 16. So we have 600 plus 16, right? We have 616. So the 100th term, if you keep going like this, that would be 616. That's the point of this. Now, how much time did I just use? Almost 5 minutes. All right, great. All right, so anyways, all right, let's plow through these. The way we're going to do it is this. Let's do all the odd numbers, all right? And then while we're in class, we'll do the even numbers, or if I need extra practice, okay? All right, so let's go through this real quick. 1, determine if the sequence is arithmetic. Okay, is this arithmetic? Yeah, right, because this one decreased by 3. Right here, decreased by 3 every time, right? So what's the common difference? The common difference, all right, is -3, right? Because you always add -3, okay? Next, 5, all right? Again, we're doing the odd ones only. 5, find the first 4 terms of each arithmetic sequence, okay? So the first term is -2, right? If the first term is -2, what's the second term? Well, this tells you the common difference, right? I'll use CD from now on. All right, the difference is 5, so you just add 5. So -2 plus 5 is 3, plus 5 is 8, plus 5 is 13, right? What are the first 4 terms? That's it, right? Yep, okay, all right, let me, hold on. Yeah, that's it, okay, all right, one more. If you want to pause to try to do this, it's up to you, okay? Now, first term is 27, right? They want the first 4 terms, right? So, like that, all right? First term is 27, second one is -11, so 11 less than that, that's 16. Third term is 5, 5 minus 7, 11 is -6. That's it, that's how you do these, okay? Look, answers, that's it, okay? You see how straightforward this actually is, all right? Let's keep going then, all right? Given the explicit formula, find the first 5 terms and the term name in the problem. Okay, sure. Okay, all right, so let's go on to number 7 then, all right? So now, first of all, can you look at this equation, right? Like, look at what they're giving us. This is exactly this, what I've been giving you, right? This is also, where's the formula? Right here, right? This is this, right? That's the question. Right, I'm giving you they're giving you the slope formula. Not only that, they're saying, hey, we gave you the slope intercept formula, but because of the unit, we're going to call it explicit formula instead. And that's look, given the explicit formula. They gave us the explicit formula, okay? Now, what does that mean, right? Now, this is the 0th term. The 0th term is this, right? Remember the y-intercept, right? So that's where it crosses the y-axis, right? So that will be the 0th term. It's -11. And this is the common difference. I'll use the abbreviation, right? Because everything's +7. Why? Because that's also the slope, right? That's how the rise and the run is formed, right? Okay. All right. So first term is +7, right? -11 plus 7 is -4. Second term is +7. That's 3. Third term is +7, so that's 10. And they want the first 5 terms, right? Okay. Fourth is 17. And fifth term is 24. Okay? All right? So that's your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your first 5 terms because they don't count the 0th term. Okay? So, now, here they want to know what the 34th term is, right? And so how do we find that? Easy. They want to know a to the 34th term. Okay, we'll just use the equation that they just gave us. So it'll be -11 plus 7 times what? N, the 34th term. The 34th term. Okay, so that's -11 plus, I think, hold on, let me double check. I did this earlier. Yep, all right. So I did that. 7 times 34 minus 11 is 227. What was it again? 238. All right, what is it? 227. And that's it. Look how easy that was, right? We got our first 5 terms from this equation alone, and then we found out what the 34th term is. Okay, and that's why this is useful. Okay, all right, another number 7. Find a common difference. What's the common difference? I think it's 100. I think minus 100 actually, right? Because from here to here, not obvious, but here to here and here to here, very obvious. So the common difference, common difference. Okay, I'm really tempted to like just put like, the common difference, put the slope in here. All right, that's what I'm gonna do, okay? And the 0th term, the y-intercept, all right, y-intercept here is the 0th term, which we will find out. Okay, all right, anyways, what's the common difference? Looks like it's minus 100, right? Because 26 minus 100 is negative 74, right? Let me double check. Yep, all right, so common difference is minus 100, so the slope is like pretty big, okay? Now, they want to know what the explicit formula is, okay? So, well, let's go through that again, all right? So here, I'm gonna set up a mini table of values. So the first term is 26, second term is negative 74, third term is negative 174. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the formula again. I'm gonna find the slope to the left of me. So let's see, that's delta y, so negative 74 minus 26 over 2 minus 1. That's negative 100, isn't it? And that's 1. Slope, oh, slope is already negative 100, right, forgot. All right, so let me write this out. Y equals to mx plus b. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, y, I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to take 26, okay, because that's easy. Equals to slope. What's the slope? Negative 100 times x, which is 1 plus b, right? So that's 26 equals to negative 100 plus b. That's plus 100, right? Plus 100. Plus 100, that's, so b is, let's see, 126. What's the formula? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna be a nice kid and use this lingo. So a of n is, right? Now, I'm gonna write it like the way they want to. So I'm gonna write the y-intercept first. I'm gonna write 126 plus 7n, so that's slope, right? Negative 100n. Okay, so there's our explicit formula. Nothing crazy, right? I mean, so this is why I want to emphasize using the kind of stuff that we already know, like slope and y-intercept, to reuse it in this topic, because there's actually nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that's what I want to get through to you guys. Now let me see, hold on, let me see. Oh my God, hold on, let me check the clock. Now let's not forget also, they want to know to find the 31st term, right? So we'll oblige them, and I'm running out of space. Let's see, the 31st term would be 126 minus 100 times, what is it, 31. It's gonna be a huge negative number. All right. So hold on, 126 minus, I'll just put the whole thing in. Let's see. 126 minus, what was the question again? 100 times 31. All right, let's see how this turns out. Yeah, negative 2974. Okay, that's it, we got our answers, okay? All right, and even in case you're wondering, hey, does my math teacher really know what he's talking about? Don't worry, I double check the answers too. Okay, I check the answer with another source. Okay, so feel better. All right, okay, all right. Let's see. Oh my God, there's so many. What should I do? Hold on. You know what? All right, let's try 11. Let's do a couple more. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's try this. 11. We might have to stop after this and keep going tomorrow. All right, given the first term and the common difference, find the first 5 terms. Okay, so the first term is this. The common difference is this. Right now, technically, I could just start like this. First 5 terms, right? Okay, you got it. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Super duper easy. Watch this. Okay, so first term 28, right? They told us that. What's the common difference? 10. So I just add 10. That's it. First part, done. All right? See how easy that is, right? Just as long as you understand the difference between arithmetic and geometric, like, that's like, I think that's like at least 50% of the battle, right? So I answered the first one, first 5 terms. What's the explicit formula? Well, actually, they already gave us the difference, which is the slope, right? So thank you very much, right? I'm just gonna use these like points, right? So this is 128, 238, so on and so forth, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rewrite my slope-intercept formula, right? Use this first term, 28 equals to, right, the slope, which is 10 times 1 plus b, right? Nothing crazy, because I want the y-intercept, right? So here I got 28 equals to 10 plus b, so b is 18, right? So the only thing I can imagine for some of you, the difficulty just come not from the knowledge of this, because you guys been practicing like crazy with this, right? The thing is just how to write it in a slightly new language, just for this unit alone, okay? So what does that mean? So let's see, first term, right? Okay, I'm trying to think. First term is 18, so let's see, and the slope. So slope is the number of times it goes up. It's the common difference, so it's 10x, right? And then plus b plus 18, all right? I don't know why I moved it all the way over there. Oops. Let me move that here. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's the explicit formula. Now, if you want to replace x with n, that's probably better. Oh, oops. Yep. Okay, that's all. That's all there is to it. All right? Okay, let me see. Let me think about this first. All right, again, I double checked the answer. I'm gonna stop today, okay? Hold on, let me press. All right, you know what? We're good. That's it. We covered everything that we need to know for this particular topic, okay? The only thing left for me to think is when to show you the regions questions, okay? So yeah, all right, that's that. And I know the video was a little bit long, you know, I cannot help but think that, you know, part of the reason is that, you know, never really done this topic before. So, all right, okay, thank you for your patience. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
OMG, that was so good.